All right, you made it. Lesson 6, the final piece of content in this whole unit. So congrats, you learned pretty much all the basics of computer science. So let's get started. What are the 3 algorithmic principles? So we learned number 1, which is sequencing, which is following a list in order. Then we learned selection, which is just using inputs to process outputs. So if this is true, do this, else do that. And then we learned iteration. So that's what we're going to focus on today, but I want to make sure we could see all 3 in action. So there's no official lesson today because selection is iteration, is kind of a difficult process. So this app, let's view code. It's a lengthy one. There's about 400 lines of code, and we're not going to go through all of it, but I want to go through the more prominent examples. So up here we've got sequencing. When you click the begin button, it moves you to the next screen. And then when you move on or you click skip to, let's just say skip to the beach question, this is the drop-down menu. It uses selection to determine which screen to head to. And I also included detailed comments in here, so it'll kind of describe to you what you need to look at. And so then if we scroll down a little more, see that it knows we didn't answer anything. Again, that's another example of selection. We finished the quiz, so it's time to again follow the sequence and start the game. So this is where we really get to use iteration. So a lot of selection here, but inside the selection is iteration, which makes sure that the fish moves more than the other moments. So the goal of this game is not to hit the plastic and avoid the pollution. But the further you get, the higher up the level you go, and the smaller the fish gets and the bigger the plastic gets. So as it iterates through, for each time that you click the fish, it'll move to a randomized location using a for loop. And yeah, that's an example of all 3 in action. So I encourage you to try this on your own in your final project. So that's it.